Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to be looking at an in-depth, up close and personal tutorial of how I do my eyebrows. Now, I keep things fairly simple. I don't, overdo the contouring or anything. And today's look maybe took 10 minutes, if that, and that's only because I was really taking my time. But for our look, I'm going to be filling in with my Smashbox eye palette. We're going to be using two colors from this. I also have my magnifying mirror. Now, call me crazy, but every single time I buy a cute little adorable pair of those trimming scissors for your eyebrows, I lose them, like every single time. It doesn't matter. I've had like 15 pairs over my 27 years of existence and I've lost every single pair. So I've actually had better luck for some reason keep hanging on to fingernail clippers. So I just use these to actually trim the hairs. I have my eyeliner brush / brow brush. Handy dandy little eyebrow comb. Thank goodness to my brother for this, because this was a lifesaver. And then finally, the only other thing I use is just a pair of tweezers. It's really, really fairly simple. Okay, so here's the end result. I'm quite happy with it, and I will jump you guys right into the tutorial.
Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking my brush and I am just brushing straight up about the first third of my eyebrow. I want to make sure those hairs stand almost exactly straight up. I like to have a very square look to the beginning of my eyebrow, so this is a very important step. So whenever we go back in and start trimming, we can just get that nice squared off look. Taking the fingernail clippers, I hold them upside down and keep them as parallel to the top of my brow as possible, and then I just begin to trim those hairs that are sticking straight up. Go ahead and repeat on the other side. Comb the first third straight up, and then go in, hold your fingernail clippers upside down and just slightly lower them onto the eyebrows that are standing straight up. You guys can repeat this step as many times as possible. Take it slow because you really do not want to mess up the top of your eyebrow. Okay, looks good. So go ahead, grab the Smashbox palette. I'm going to be using the first color there, Jolt. It's the lighter one. I like to apply that to the end of my tip, blow off any excess, and then with the angle pointed up, first I fill in the top portion of the beginning, dip back in, and then I have the angle pointed down to fill in the lower half of the beginning of my eyebrow. And then I just take that color, apply all over. I use this color mainly on the outside edges of my eyebrow. And then go to the second color, Canyon, and I specifically only put that one in the middle of my brow, as well as to finish out the lower side of the tail. Just because that color is a little bit darker and I don't want it to be too bold against my skin. Just like that, first one's done. Go back in with the color Jolt, fill in the top portion, fill in the bottom portion of the beginning. Get that nice squared off look. And then apply that to the outside edges of the brow. And you guys can see I don't have really long strokes while I'm doing this. I try to keep in the pattern of a hair. So I have like really light, wispy, short strokes. Now I'm filling in the rest of my tail. Now I do save the plucking for last. You can see there are lots of hairs right underneath my arch that I'm going to go ahead and just remove. I like to save this step for almost last because that way I don't over pluck. I can already see where the brow will be defined, and it just helps me keep the shape that I want to. Okay, just like that, all done. Very quick, very simple, very easy, and if you don't have a lot of time, then you're all done.